Morning student, this is the second part of the video, the Delhi Sultanate. In our previous video we have spoken about the introduction of Delhi Sultanate, Qutbuddin Aibak and Iltutmish. Let us take this video further with the next ruler Razia Sultan, but let me give you a small briefing first about the previous video, okay, about the introduction part. So we had known that till now we had known that Jayachand called Muhammad Ghori to fight against Prithviraj Chauhan, and Prithviraj Chauhan and Muhammad Ghori had fight Terian battle of Terian first and battle of Terian second, in which Prithviraj got defeated by Muhammad Ghori, and then Muhammad Ghori conquered Delhi and the other region, Rajasthan and other region around. So he gave his slave and son-in-law Muhammad Qutbuddin Aibak the entire empire, and he left this place and went back to his country. After Qutbuddin Aibak, again his slave and son-in-law, whom he had chosen as son-in-law, ruled then after. So he stopped many wars during that time. Most prominent war was the battle or war that could happen and destroy Delhi if that was not stopped then and there, was the Genghis Khan, the invader Genghis Khan. Okay, so Iltutmish had very problems during his time because people were not accepting him because he was slave, and the other slaves of Qutbuddin Aibak were against of this decision that how can Iltutmish can be the king, why they cannot be the king. The most important was who rose the resentment and who wanted to fight with Iltutmish was Yildiz. So Yildiz had a fight, and it's called Battle of Terian III with Iltutmish. Okay, till now we have studied this much. Now let us talk about Razia Sultan. So Iltutmish found her son not very capable enough to take this throneship or take this kingship further, so he chosen her daughter. Okay, he was very liberal minded, so it was a very new decision and it was very advanced decision that time, that he chosen his daughter, not his son, to be the king of Delhi. So Razia came in the picture. But what happened, the people were against of this decision. How could they accept the commands from a woman? So people were against of this decision. They were not supporting Razia on this account. So they chosen Iltutmish's son as their king, Rukunuddin, and they chose a male candidate as their king, not a woman. But what happened? Razia was very capable. Okay, she was a very able leader, though destiny did not support her well, but she was very able. She again took the throneship from his brother Rukunuddin and removed him from the throne. Okay, and Razia became the first woman ruler of Delhi Sultanate. Razia Sultan. Razia was an able and brave ruler. She put an end to the chaos created by Rukunuddin and resorted law and order. She used to dress like a man and herself led the armies in the battlefield. She gave up parda, held on open court, listened to the problems of her subject, and exercised general supervision over the work of every department. She used to wear the dresses like men, the long turban which Turk invaders used to wear that time, and male gowns, and held courts and council, listen all the problems of the ordinary people or the members of his court, and she exercised general supervision over the work and if or on every department. Some provincial government became hostile and rose against her. Hostile is not friendly, okay? They were raising problems, they were not accepting or they were refusing her decision. They were against her. She tried to crush their revolt but could not succeed. She was defeated and imprisoned. Her Abyssinian slave, Yakut, to whom she showed extraordinary favors, was also killed. Her slave Yakut. So in that time, when Iltutmish was on the throne, Ikta system was there. Ikta is giving land instead of salary. So the king used to give a piece of land to their uh, to their employees or slaves rather than salary. So Yakut was one of them, and she favored Yakut a lot. But then Yakut was also killed. The rebel leader Altunia, when Razia and Altunia fought with each other, Razia started defeating by Altunia. Altunia was winning the battle, so Razia thought to give him a proposal of marriage. They both married, and but the people, the Charles uh, crops of 40 slaves, the 40 slaves were against of Razia, Altunia, and Yakut. So they, in a conspiracy, 3 of them were killed. Okay. So now come Nasruddin Muhammad. Nasruddin Mahmud ascended the throne at the age of 17. He was simple and peace-loving person, but a weak and inexperienced ruler. So he left the administration in the hands of his efficient Prime Minister Balwan. Balwan crushed the internal rebellion and ruled for 20 years on behalf of Nasruddin. So he could ascended the throne for very less time. So he could sit on the throne for very less time. After that, Balwan came, his efficient prime minister, from whom he took all the suggestions and everything, and then Balwan ruled then after for 20 years on the behalf of Nasruddin Mahmud.